My love has remained in the 20th century. Ferrari is exclusively the 20th, gasoline, century. The age of titanium-magnesium, cermets and tetraethyl lead. Modern electronics makes life easier by killing emotions, without stretching the aorta, without shouting words, without keeping pauses in which you can hear the heart beating. Whatever the road car of the Ferrari brand is in the future, it will be just one step up to Formula One. Behind this step is the body, headlights, wipers, MP3 player, and maybe even iDrive to turn on this player. All that the new age will bring to Ferrari is just options. The base is only the past, something without which these machines are difficult to imagine, but even more difficult to understand. This is the color of Rosso Corsa Racing Red. This is a 5-pointed wheel design. These round deflectors, without which the interior ventilation system may well do, but not the Ferrari cars themselves. The same goes for the taillights. Once they were unified with the Fiat, and now they are repeated by everyone who is not lazy, as if it affects the speed just because it's like a Ferrari. There is still nothing of Schumacher in Ferrari. Well, maybe the nameplate on the torpedo is a signature that the ex-champion once tested a car similar to this one, that this model, the F430, is of the same time period as Schumacher with his Puma Future Cat sneakers. Yes, you yourself look at these wide nostrils under the hood. These are the same features of the Ferrari 156, the Formula of 1961, on which Phil Hill won the crown of world champion. Look at this stitching and the creases on the leather of the seats. All this moderate vintage from Jody Scheckter and Mike Hawthorne. Enzo Ferrari was the real red director at the factory named after himself. Almost 50 years ago, the red-painted blockheads gave the name to the legendary Testarossa model. In this sense, the F430 only supports the legend. And the motor itself. This 4.3-liter red-headed V8 is a furious brass band of 8 red-hot pipes. The motor itself is, of course, Enzo Ferrari. Red head. The old commendator believed that the car was just a periphery for his engine, just like the whole city of Maranello is a peripheral sleeping area of his factory, along with the town hall, the municipality, and the tricolor flag in front of him. The curve of the moment is felt by the spinal cord. If at 4,000 you are firmly grabbed by the sides, then at 6.5 they put you on a stretcher and carry you off the field. I will say one thing: 200 in a straight line for Ferrari is not speed. This is a rolling motion, dispersal of air and insects. And 250 is also not a speed. Only then one new word: scary. The car is pressed against the road surface like an expensive polymer plunger. 210,000 euros. You can peel it off only with a piece of asphalt. Aerodynamics from all 6 angles to provide this car with the most effective gravity. Gearshift, as in an anti-aircraft gun, one was shot off, another is immediately sent. Until recently, Ferrari was a complex of contradictions, and the pliers forgotten under the hood only emphasized the gigantic share of manual labor in the factory. Now it is a perfect and already different product. The extremely lightweight all-aluminum body of the F430 represents a further development of the remarkable 360 model. However, from the prototype, 430 inherited only the hood, roof and doors. All other details, as well as the alloy space frame, are original. The all-new atmospheric 8-cylinder Ferrari F430 engine does not use any components of the F360 Medina engine. The engine uses double camshafts with variable phases in each of the cylinder heads, a fully chain drive and an intake manifold of variable length. The 6-speed manual transmission with electro-hydraulic drive is assembled in an aluminum housing. Formula One technology allows you to change gears in just 150 milliseconds. The front and rear suspension of the 430 is made on double triangular levers made of forged aluminum. Conventional springs are adjacent to adjustable shock absorbers. There is as much radically new in the F430 style as there is in Schumacher's car of the next championship year. Here, for example, is a double air intake in the front. It is unusual and at the same time traditional. By the way, the F430 was the last work of Lorenzo Ramiccotti, executive director and vice president of design at Pininfarina, who was responsible for the beauty of Ferrari.